The MOM technique, which stands for the Mental Object Movement Technique, is very similar to the Body Object Release process in this video series and has similarities to also the Visual Squash process and the Tiger Pattern process, in that it takes advantage of what we know about the way that our brain processes information. And as described in the body release video, we process information, our thoughts, our feelings in our mind, primarily with three different qualities attached to them. Three different qualities, modalities, or submodalities that are related to: one, visual qualities; secondly, auditory or sound qualities; and lastly, kinesthetic or feelings in our body. And so if you haven't watched the body object release video yet, watch that one and you'll see similarities. The main difference being that with this process, rather than finding a location in our body where that unwanted, unproductive thought, feeling, urge, or craving is, we just create an image in our mind that's attached to it, a mental image, make that mental image into an object, hold that object in our hand, and then change the quality, characteristics, the modalities or submodalities that we've associated with that unwanted, unproductive feeling. And that by changing how we see it, how we hear it, and how we feel it, everything changes. That in an instant we can take that unwanted, unproductive thought or feeling out of our mind, create it into something better, change it, release it, move it away, all the different ways that we can take back control in those areas of our lives where we've felt out of control. So go ahead and watch Haley demonstrate this MOM technique, the mental object movement, and play with it, practice it, not once, twice, but many times, and notice how, again, this, like so many things we do, we get better at it. And this process, as you'll see, is just a couple of minute process. For us, it may be longer, but the more we practice it, it gets shorter, quicker, and easier, thus enabling you to take back control more and more in those areas where in the past you used to feel out of control. So watch, play, practice, and enjoy.
And imagine that feeling of anxiety is an object. And imagine that object is in your hand. Can you come up with something that would represent it? It could be anything that's like, oh yeah, it's
a ball.
A ball, okay.
Yeah.
And what does the ball look like? Does it have a color?
Green.
Okay, so it's a green ball. And what's the surface like? Is it smooth? Is it rough?
Felt.
Okay, so this is the anxiety, is a green felt ball. And is it dense? Is it transparent?
It's
Pretty dense, okay. So I want you to imagine that which represents that anxiety, that green felt ball, which is really dense. And is it heavy? It's kind of hard to hold it? No, there's a lightness to it? Okay. All of those unwanted feelings of anxiety are in that green felt ball. And as you move it away, just kind of extending your arm out, those feelings are moving away from you. And then imagine that green felt ball is shrinking. It's getting smaller and smaller, and as it shrinks, it's turning yellow or pink or a light blue to a different color. And as you drop your hand a little bit, the feelings are moving away, getting lighter and lighter. And it's just a little like the size of a BB or a little pea, that yellow thing, and it really isn't the anxiety anymore, but part of you wonders if at the very core there's a little bit of that anxiety. And you can get rid of it any way you want. You could imagine that it's dissolving, that you drop it and kick it, that you throw it away, anything. You decide now how you want to get rid of that little pea. That's the last bit of the anxiety. Any way you want. Crush it, throw it away, get rid of it, and it rolls away and it's gone. That last little bit. Cool.